Like as if Manny Pacquiao in the middle of his prime said, I'm going to fight MMA.
Man to my left, if he was from the UK, he would be what we call a national treasure. He would be a superstar.
What is it about Manny Pacquiao that still sends shockwaves through the boxing world? Why does his name spark instant reactions from pundits, promoters, and fighters alike every time Pac-Man hints at a return to the ring?
Does every pundit...
Manny Pacquiao's comeback announcement sent a shockwave through every level of the boxing world, from sweat-soaked gym basements to luxury suites in Vegas. On paper, a 46-year-old legend chasing another title might read like the final act of a storied career. But the moment Pacquiao steps into the spotlight, something electric happens. That familiar bounce, the glint in his eye, it reignites a spark few fighters ever managed to kindle. His once blistering speed, now a living relic of boxing brilliance, draws awe from seasoned pros and wide-eyed fans alike. Even those who grew up thinking Wi-Fi was always a thing, still lose their minds when they see Pac-Man move.
You like, damn. If you had them little 8-ounce whatever gloves.
Manny.
Okay.
Yeah, Manny.
All right.
Joe Rogan didn't sugarcoat his take on Pacquiao's return. True to form, he cut through the hype with raw honesty. He shook his head at the dangers, dulled reflexes, aging joints, and the unforgiving nature of time. Still, despite his warnings, even Rogan couldn't hide that familiar spark in his voice when talking about Pacquiao's presence. He'd probably get his face kicked off, probably get taken down and strangled. He'd be helpless, Rogan said, comparing boxing to the unforgiving complexity of MMA. But behind the critique was admiration. In Rogan's world, danger and thrill are inseparable twins, and a 46-year-old chasing glory in the ring plays out like a Shakespearean script rewritten as a fight night main event. Tragedy and triumph clashing in real time.
Manny Pacquiao in the middle of his prime said, I'm going to fight MMA. That would be insane.
Amir Khan offered a mixed take on Pacquiao's return. He praised the warrior spirit that carried the Filipino icon through 8 weight divisions, calling it nothing short of legendary. Yet he also questioned whether it's time to step aside and let the next generation shine. Still, when talk shifted to blockbuster paydays and deep-pocketed backers from the Middle East, Khan's eyes lit up, a clear sign that in boxing, legacy and business are never far apart.
Probably get his face kicked off, probably get strangled, probably get taken down, strangled, and he would be helpless. It's a different skill set. There's so much more to MMA. To me, it's more exciting.
Khan confessed he'd consider a comeback, but only if the money was right and the opponent truly lit a fire in him. His uncertainty echoed a deeper debate in boxing. Do we continue to celebrate the legends, or step aside to nurture the new blood? In his indecision, the sport's ongoing struggle between honoring the past and building the future was laid bare.
Me as well. Manny was like, shall we do a fight? He's quite serious about it. He was like, should we make a fight happen?
Eddie Hearn, ever the master promoter, zeroed in on the clash between spectacle and sport. He openly questioned the fairness of a long-retired champion stepping back in to chase gold, raising ethical concerns about merit and opportunity. Yet, even Hearn couldn't deny the irresistible pull of a Pacquiao headliner, the kind of event that fills arenas and prints money. In his world, box office numbers carry as much weight as belts, and every decision echoes through the earnings of fighters up and down the card.
Me as well. Manny was like, shall we do a fight? He's quite serious about it. He was like, should we make a fight happen? I go, listen, if you can get a funder, if you can get someone like a Turkey Shake on board.
The boardroom drama surrounding Conor Benn's WBC clearance adds another layer to the intrigue of Pacquiao's comeback. It raises a pressing question. Will regulators hold firm or bend beneath the weight of pay-per-view power? As the sport's bureaucracy casts a long shadow, fans yearn for something simpler, the clean, echoing chime of gloves meeting leather. Yet every decision from behind the scenes becomes its own subplot in a saga that goes far beyond footwork and fists, revealing a sport where politics and punches are forever entwined.
If he was from the UK, he would be what we call a national treasure. He would be a superstar. And
Beneath the buzz, Pacquiao's 4-year absence feels more like a grand intermission than a retirement. Memories of his last bout linger, a warrior still sharp, but with signs of time creeping in, the movement slightly dulled, the legs not as sure. Cramps nagged, yet he stood tall, eyes sweeping the arena like a king taking stock of his realm. His composure under pressure told the real story. A career built on heart, not just speed. While most aging fighters slip away quietly, Pacquiao returns with the kind of flair that dares to rewrite the rules on how legends are supposed to fade.
I mean, maybe I'm clickbaiting. Maybe watch this space.
If the WBC clear Conor, do you still have to go to the British Boxing Board, or do they have to just be governed by whatever the WBC say?
No, I mean, ultimately, it depends on the ruling on the...
Mario Barrios, the younger champion standing opposite Pacquiao, finds himself cast as both a measuring stick and a subplot. His youth, size, and power seem perfectly designed to challenge the legend's resolve, a live test to see just how much steel remains in Pacquiao's armor.
When I fought Errol Spence, and he was the first fighter to ever stop me, and everyone was asking me, man, I mean, he must hit harder than Pacquiao and Ruslan. And I said, no, actually, doesn't hit.
Barrios walks with the confidence of a modern star, pumping his fist for the cameras to show he's ready. But with every step toward the ring, he moves in the long shadow cast by Pacquiao. This fight feels less like a battle and more like a torch being passed, and if Barrios can seize the moment, it could define his place in boxing history.
Think about Mario Barrios.
What I'm saying is his mentality is what I love. This guy came out of losing to Tank Davis, goes up to 147, fight Keith one time Thurman, lose to him and fight Ugas? Boy, that's like Sean Porter just taking him on, bro.
Mario Barrios, the younger champion awaiting Pacquiao, finds himself cast as both foil and footnote.
Pacquiao's looming Senate campaign adds an almost surreal layer to his story. Can a man truly balance the fierce worlds of politics and boxing on such a grand stage? The request to reserve T-Mobile Arena now depends on his legislative calendar, as Filipinos back home follow election results with the same intensity they watch his fights. His name on the ballot carries as much weight as his legendary left hook, and these dual roles challenge everything we expect from a career, blending the ring and the realm of public service in a way few have ever done.
Boxing fan, you love that shit, man. And not everybody's perfect. People lose their life. But when you look at this guy come off 2 losses and then take on somebody like Ugas and win.
Critics often highlight the financial currents driving every comeback, dismissing the love of the sport narrative when payday often outweighs the pursuit of belts. But Pacquiao's reasons run deeper than a simple balance sheet. He once fought to escape poverty. Now he returns to prove that hardship won't define his final chapter. Even the skeptics can't help but respect his refusal to fade quietly. That fierce hunger for challenge still burns brighter than 1,000 spotlights. Pacquiao's 8-division legacy defies the pages of any ordinary record book. From a gritty flyweight scrapper to a dazzling welterweight marvel, each leap in weight feels like a new chapter in an epic saga. Few athletes earn respect in even 2 divisions. Pacquiao conquered 8. Every step up demanded a complete overhaul of speed, power, and tactics. His fearless pursuit of bigger foes echoes the spirit of a legendary quest, one that transcends sport and borders on myth. Mike Tyson's sharp comments added fuel to the conversation. While he praised the rising stars, he also threw a subtle jab at Pacquiao's diminished power, suggesting it might no longer test opponents like before. Tyson's trademark exaggeration clashed with his genuine respect for raw aggression, sparking a heated debate about the value of pure skill versus sheer force. The clash between boxing legends and today's contenders played out like a dramatic soap opera, with Tyson's tough love endorsement carrying the heavy weight of a heavyweight's nostalgia.
Fighter do you most enjoy watching right now?
Out of the big time fighters now, Pacquiao looks sensational as that.